She called the police over 100 times. She reported strangers in her home, threatening phone calls, anonymous notes left on her doorstep. She was strangled, stabbed, and drugged. And somehow, every single time, she survived. The police didn't believe her. Her family didn't know what to think. And then one day, she was gone. This is the story of Cindy James, and nobody has ever fully explained what happened to her. Cindy James was a registered nurse living in Richmond, British Columbia, Canada. By all accounts, she was warm, dedicated, and well-liked. She worked with psychiatric patients and was known for her calm, compassionate demeanor. But in 1982, something shifted. Cindy told police that she had begun receiving disturbing phone calls, a man's voice, whispering threats. She had no idea who it was. Then things escalated quickly. She reported finding dead animals on her porch. A note slipped under her door. "You're going to die." She claimed someone had broken into her home while she slept. Police investigated. They found nothing. No fingerprints, no witnesses, no evidence anyone had ever been there. Over the next 7 years, Cindy James reported more than 100 separate incidents. She was found outside her home, hands tied behind her back, with a nylon stocking knotted around her throat. She survived. She was found wandering barefoot in the snow, disoriented and drugged. She survived. She was stabbed in the hand. She survived. Each time, investigators found something deeply unusual. The injuries were real, but the evidence of an outside attacker simply wasn't there. The knots used to bind her wrists were tied in a way that some experts said she could have done herself. Her ex-husband, a psychiatrist named Dr. Roy Makepeace, had a theory. He believed Cindy was suffering from a severe psychiatric condition, that she was, in fact, the one staging the attacks on herself, perhaps without even fully realizing it. The police began to quietly agree. Cindy's family was furious. They insisted she was being stalked and terrorized, and that no one would help her. Cindy herself was terrified. She installed security cameras. She moved. She changed her name. Nothing stopped the incidents. On May 25, 1989, Cindy James didn't show up for work. Her friends called. No answer. Her car was found abandoned in a parking lot in Richmond. Keys inside, purse on the seat. Just left there. For weeks, there was nothing. Then, on June 8th, her body was found in an abandoned house several kilometers away. She was wearing only a black nightgown. Her hands were tied behind her back. A nylon stocking, the same type used in the previous attacks, was knotted around her neck. The coroner determined the cause of death was drug overdose combined with asphyxiation. The drugs found in her system were a powerful cocktail she could not have easily obtained on her own. The death was ruled undetermined. So what actually happened to Cindy James? Was she the victim of a calculating patient stalker who was never caught, someone skilled enough to leave no evidence for nearly a decade? Or was she a deeply troubled woman, unknowingly hurting herself and constructing an elaborate reality she couldn't escape? The police closed the case. No charges were ever laid. No suspect was ever named. Her family never accepted the psychiatric theory. They went to their graves believing Cindy was murdered and that her killer walked free. The case was reopened in the 1990s by a private investigator who concluded that the evidence pointed strongly toward homicide by an unknown person. To this day, no one has been charged. Cindy James was 44 years old. She spent the last 7 years of her life afraid and asking for help. Whether she was a victim of a predator or a prisoner of her own mind, one thing is certain: she deserved answers, and she never got them. If you want to hear more cases like this, strange, unsolved, and forgotten, subscribe. New stories every week.